What's up, you guys? It's Steve here. And for those of you that want to see stimulus checks, federal stimulus provisions, child tax credits, all of those across the board to everybody in the nation, well, I've got some good news and I've got some not so good news, but it could be leading to that. We have breaking news that came out. I've got video footage for you as the president has announced, and this is a little bit confusing to me. Let me know your thoughts on this. Biden announces $20 billion investment for IBM for manufacturing jobs. That's right, $20 billion more is going to be going out. And what's confusing is that he is sitting here touting, bragging about how there's, record high jobs available. But this is literally the thing that is making the feds concerned that it's going to be unavoidable, that we are going to be hitting a recession. This is signs that they have to slow things down, and it's indications that things are speeding up, and he's touting this. Let me know your thoughts, you guys. But so the not so good news is we're likely going to be entering into some severe economic situations. We already received a warning from the Federal Reserve that pain is on the way, was their actual literal words for our economy. Interest rates are going to be going up. Things as we go into 2023 are likely going to be not so good. However, for those of you that have been needing some help from the federal government and hoping for federal level stimulus checks or provisions, we're hearing from experts that stimulus checks are very likely going to be in the next recession. And the next recession looks like it's hitting right now. And they've said stimulus checks, they're not a new thing. We've had them in the past in previous recessions. They help stimulate things as they slow down. And they're saying they're very likely going to be needed to help out people. Now, the thing is, though, with the inflation the way it is, it would be very nice if they could tap into those existing funds that are still just sitting there. I've been keeping an eye on it for you, let you know that there is leftover stimulus package provisions, money that was supposed to go out for people to help out, just sitting there. $500 billion, literally enough to fulfill that $2,000 stimulus check promise to everybody in the nation, a fourth federal level check. We will see, because that's still sitting there. We're hearing a recession's coming. People are going to need some form of help, and stimulus checks, we've been waiting for quite some time now, you guys. So let's see the video footage coming out from President Joe Biden as he's touting, he's bragging about all of these new jobs rolling in, which is actually sparking fear in the feds, you guys. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Do me a quick favor. If you appreciate the updates, smash the like button for me. If you want to stay up to date, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. Any specific questions, shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3. And I've got a video coming out on the second channel about a recession, about what I heard last week in Las Vegas from millionaires, multimillionaires, and people that are soon to be billionaires about what they're doing. They said they know a recession's coming and some of the moves that they're making, the pivots to prepare for this. And I hope that it's a blessing to you. I wanted to get it out today, but it required more editing than I expected. So might be coming out Monday for you guys. So keep an eye out for that. But with that being said, let's dive into the video footage and take a look at what they're saying is coming with our economy.
Folks, we need to make these chips here in America to bring down everyday cost and create good paying American jobs. And don't take my word for it. Listen to the leaders of IBM and across the country. They're making decisions right now about where to invest to produce these chips. And they're choosing America because they see we're coming back. We're leading the way. As I said, since I came to office, our economy has created 10 million jobs, 668 manufacturing jobs. Proof that made in America is no longer a slogan. It's a reality. And the CHIPS and Science Act makes historic investment in companies to build advanced manufacturing facilities here in America. Since I signed into law last summer, we've seen incredible progress. Just here in the Hudson Valley, IBM is investing $20 billion over the next 10 to design and manufacture semiconductor, mainframe technology, and quantum computers. In Syracuse, the company Micron announced it's going to invest $100 billion over the next 20 years to build factories to make special memory chips. You'd have to explain to you all what a memory chip is. Those chips that store information on your smartphone, among other things. It's going to create 50,000 jobs and create an increase in America's share of the memory chips, increase it by 500%. That would be the largest American investment of its kind ever ever, ever.
So there you have it, you guys. Let me know your thoughts. President Joe Biden just touting the progress that they're making, sending out 20 billion more and all of the jobs that are coming out, which is good because we want there to be jobs. But when the economy is in the situation it is, we kind of want things to slow down. That's what the Federal Reserve is doing, and we're actually kind of speeding things up with that, you guys. So let me know your thoughts. But take a look at this article. Just came out today. Strong September jobs report raises fears that the Fed won't be able to avoid a recession. They're saying that we're going to be entering into some difficult waters here for us economically. The news Friday, today, that the economy added more jobs than expected last month has counterintuitively raised fears of a recession. The red-hot labor market, which was remained buoyant despite the Federal Reserve's efforts to slow spending via interest rate hikes, notched 263,000 new jobs last month. The Bureau of Labor Statistics reported Friday, today. Monthly job growth has averaged 420,000 so far in 2022, a strong pace at this stage of the cycle. While the stock market and the economists usually celebrate reports like today's, the current economic situation is almost inverse because of the fear that the Fed will now have to take even more aggressive action to slow down economic activity. Indeed, just after the reports were released on Friday morning, stocks began to tumble as we're concerned about what's going to be coming. As of midday, the Dow Jones Industrial Average shed about 500 points, or about 1.6%. The tech-heavy NASDAQ Composite plunged by nearly 3%, and the S&P 500 had about 2.1% of its value erased in hours after the jobs report dropped. The economic uncertainty is also captured by the Chicago Board Opinions Exchange Volatile Index, or the Fear Index. The index was up more than 2.3% on Friday and is about 88% since the start of the year. The Fed has been raising rates to tamp down inflation, which has been running at the highest levels in 4 decades. By hiking short-term interest rates, the central bank influences all rates, including on mortgages as well. So those are going up too. Credit cards and corporate bonds. The higher rates are intended to slow economy-wide spending and lower price pressures. If the Fed goes too far, though, mass layoffs could ensue. So literally, they're trying to slow things down, and we're getting reports that things are speeding up. So as a result, people are concerned of what's to come here with these two conflicting things happening. Now, we have both the tools that we need to resolve it, and we will take restored prices stability on behalf of the American families and businesses. Over the coming months, we will be looking for compelling evidence that inflation is moving down, consistent with the inflation returning to 2%. Powell has made clear that the Fed is focused on crushing inflation, even if it means an economic downturn. They're willing to do whatever it takes, even if we have to go into a recession. Expectations of another monstrous hike rose on Friday following the jobs report. So we could be looking at another increase, you guys. Things are not looking good, and they said they're willing to do whatever they have to slow this down. The good news is that we remain in near full employment, which means that most everyone wants a job can find one. But in high inflationary environments, that is also bad news. With the strong jobs number, we are almost certain to see the Federal Reserve continue to raise interest rates and use its other tools to slow the economy and bring down inflation. So you guys, a lot of people have jobs right now, but we're hearing there could be a lot of job layoffs too with the way that things are going. It seems as a consensus is that the recession is more likely than not. Recession will be coming, and we've heard that if there is a recession, there is very likely going to be stimulus checks. And the thing is, though, with inflation, making new spending is going to be an issue. So we'll see if they can tap into existing funds or do something creative to help out people. So there you have it, you guys. Now, we will see, because we've heard a recession, which we're hearing is more likely than not, will bring stimulus checks. However, inflation is so hot, it's so high, they don't want to do new spending. It's hard to say, you guys, but whatever unfolds, I will keep you up to date here on the channel, let you know what's happening. Now, also, states, cities, and counties, they're sending out their provisions, their checks, their packages as well. A lot of that money has already been distributed from previous packages. Now they're finally starting to distribute it out to the people. I'll keep you up to date on those as we're getting word of new programs coming out all the time. But you guys, that is the latest coming out on a federal level for stimulus checks, the president's new announcement, and stimulus packages. I'll keep you up to date as more unfolds. But that is the latest, you guys, and as always, thank you so much for joining me. If you made it this far, you haven't already, don't forget, take a quick second, smash that like button for me. Helps out the channel a ton. Thank you so much. Leave your comments, share this out. If you want to stay up to date, it's free. Why not? Hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. Any specific questions, Instagram at SteveRam3. Consider the second channel, Steve Ram Finance. And if you want every single stimulus check in the nation in one place, www.reliefroadmap.com. Going to be updating more information on there this weekend for you guys. But with that being said, thank you so much for joining me once again, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.